guys, it's Miss Kelly. Today we're going to be doing a math activity where we are going to be measuring. And what we're going to do is we are going to make 3 different length strips. And to make the strips, I use masking tape that I just put on the floor. You could use painter's tape, or you could just make 3 different length construction paper strips. And then you are going to be measuring each strip 3 times with 3 different objects. So what I chose was some Unifix cubes, I chose some crayons, and I chose some dot markers. So I'm gonna measure every strip I make with each of those. And then you can also make your own chart, or I sent you guys one in the email that you can print out so that you can record your answers. So I have strip 1, strip 2, strip 3, and then at the top I left you some space to write down the objects that you're gonna use. You could use pretty much anything around your house. You could use cars or Legos, you could even use paper clips. But you want to make sure that you have enough of everything that you can get from the top of the strip to the bottom of the strip. And so I'm going to go ahead and move my camera around and show you how to do that. Okay, so when you're ready to start, it will look like this. You'll have 3 different pieces of tape on the floor, or again, you could use paper to do it. And then you're going to take turns measuring each strip with each of your objects. So we're going to go ahead and focus on strip number 1. And so I'm going to go ahead and do my markers first. So I'm going to start right here at the bottom, and you want to remind your little friends that they should always have the bottom lined up with the bottom of the object. And then I can see I am not at the top yet, so I need to add another one. So when you put your next one, you want to have it pretty close to the last one. You don't want to put it way up here and leave all the space in between, because then you're not going to get a good answer. So I'm going to put it right here, and I can see with 1, 2 markers, I'm pretty close to the top. I do still have just a little bit of space here. And you can try it out. You can do some trial and error with this and see what happens. So I'm going to put this at the top, and I can see that that is way longer than my strip of paper. And so 3 is not the best answer. The best answer is 2 markers for strip number 1. Even though there's a little bit of space at the top, the best answer is 2. And it's like that sometimes in measuring, where you have to choose your best answer. And then the next thing I'm going to measure with is my crayons. And you do want to make sure you're recording on your paper each time what your answers are. So I went ahead and I did write markers were 2. And now for crayons, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to start at the bottom, and we're going to go and measure to the top. And we're going to make sure we put the crayons pretty close to each other so that we get the best answer. So the best answer for crayons is 1, 2, 3. And that's actually a little bit taller than my strip, but that's okay. This is the best. And again, with your little kids, you can go ahead and you can take one away and see how much space you have left. You can add one on and see how much taller that makes it than the strip that you're looking for, and talk about what is the best answer. It may not be the perfect answer, but it's the best answer. So the best answer for this strip and crayons is 3. And then make sure you record it. And then the last thing to measure is with the cubes. And since I know this is going to take a lot of cubes, because my cubes are so small, I went ahead and I made a tower already, and I'm going to check it out. So I'm going to put it right here next to the end of my strip, and I see that that is definitely not at the top yet. So I'm going to add some more. So this time I made my tower a little bit longer, and I can see I am still not at the top. So I need to add some more. So I've added some more right here, and we're going to put it next to it. And we can see that goes all the way from the bottom all the way to the tip top. And then what you need to do is to count it and see what your answer is. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So for cubes, it took 16 to get from the bottom of this strip to the top. And then you would do the same thing with strip number 2 and strip number 3, and make sure you record all of your answers on your chart. And then at the end, you can talk about why it took more of one object and less of another object to measure the same thing, that even though you're measuring the same strip, you got some very different answers. So it's a great time to talk about how what you're measuring with really influences the thing you measure. I know as adults, we usually measure with inches and feet, but with our young friends, this is a great way to practice with some non-standard units. So I hope you guys have fun doing this. Take some pictures, let us see how it goes, and we hope you're staying safe and healthy.